Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys some WWE news updates. I pretty much am a little late on getting this up because um, I just been so busy with other stuff, but I still wanted to make this video. What I'm going to talk about in this video is because I'm not going to really be able to. I'm not really going to get another chance to talk about this stuff, so I'm going to talk about the updated Survivor Series code. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know that this is before Raw, so I don't know anything that's happened on Raw. So this is before Raw, so I'm not going to look at the code, but I'm going to go with from what I remember. I'm going to talk about the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn news, even though it's a little late for me to talk about it, but I'm still going to discuss it. I'm going to discuss Neville's future with WWE and with wrestling in general, and I will talk about the Indian tour, and that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I just want to get right into it. I'm not going to edit this video or anything. I'm just in one take. So I'm going to start off with the updated Survivor Series code. I'm basically doing this because I'm basically doing this because we had some major changes on Survivor Series last week. We had a lot of matches that were changed last minute, and there was a special addition to the men's Survivor Series team that I think is pretty cool. So I want to get right into that. So let me just talk about that real quick. So I'm going to go over the code. And I also will talk about the matches that will possibly get added this week. So I don't even, this is also pre-205 Live because I haven't seen that yet, but I don't expect that there was any matches added on 205 Live. The only match I could think of that would have been added was maybe like a Cruiserweight versus UK division match. And if I had to think of like the Cruiserweights that would be in that match, I maybe could say Cedric Alexander, B. Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, even though he could go both ways because he's a Cruiserweight, but he's also competing in the UK, but he's mainly the Cruiserweight division, so Rich Swann and Drew Gulak, maybe. I'm thinking Gulak because he's been on TV and stuff, and they've been pushing him. Or Tozawa. Maybe Tozawa would take Rich Swann's place. I'm not sure. And for the UK division, they could throw in Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Mark Andrews, Joseph Connors. I think that's his name. And maybe like Trent Seven. I could see Trent Seven being in that match. That's like the only match I could have seen that got it added on 205 Live. And I would love to see that match, actually, now that I talked about it, but we have to see. But yeah, either Tozawa, but I'm not sure like if Tozawa or Swann would be in that match. I would say Swann maybe, just because Swann and Cedric Alexander have been more of a team the past few weeks on 205 Live, so. But I don't think they went, I'm not sure if they went there or not. They actually, I think, should go there, because it'd be a throwaway match, but I think that would be a really good match, and that would be a great way to introduce, like, the UK division to the audience, so. I think that'd be cool. But other stuff, that's like one match. That's like the only match that I could have seen gotten added. But other matches that have been added, we have the Cruiserweight title match where Enzo Amore is going to be defending against Kalisto. Not looking forward to that match. Their matches suck because Enzo sucks, and yeah, it's bad. I see, so yeah, I'm not looking forward to that match at all. And they just haven't hyped me for that match, so. But we also have but the rest of the matches pretty much are Raw versus SmackDown matches. I'll go through like the title versus title matches first, except for one of them. So obviously we have we're gonna have the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus whoever the SmackDown Women's Champion is gonna be. It's either gonna be Charlotte Flair or Natalya. Now, I expect it to be Charlotte Flair just because I think that matchup is actually a little bit more marketable, and I think that's like a high-stakes matchup. I think people would rather see Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss, and I actually think that would be like a more high-profile match. It's kind of like one of those dream matches because you have Charlotte Flair who's dominated the main roster since she's been up, and you have Alexa Bliss who's done the same thing, so I wouldn't mind it. Plus, it's in Charlotte. But the only reason I could see it happen is because SmackDown's in Charlotte tonight, and normally the people in the hometown don't normally tend to win. So that I could see that being the reason that it doesn't happen. Plus, like, I think they may want to save Charlotte Flair winning the title at a later time. But with the way they change the titles nowadays, you don't necessarily know that. So, but I think it's gonna be. So I think it's gonna be Charlotte Flair. That Alexa Bliss though. But we have to wait and see. We also have another Raw versus SmackDown match. We have the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, versus the United States Champion, either Baron Corbin or Sin Cara. I expect it to be Corbin. I don't think Sin Cara is going to win the belt. The only reason I could see Sin Cara winning the belt is to reward him for re-signing his contract with the company. But I think it's going to be Baron Corbin. I think they've been building to that for a while. And it's been really personal, actually, so it kind of wouldn't make sense. The only reason I could see is that the WWE finally realizes that that match is just going to suck, and they want to maybe save that matchup by having Sin Cara go in there with the U.S. title. Then I could see that happening. And like I said, I could also see them rewarding Sin Cara for re-signing his contract with WWE. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so that's it for that. We also have the Raw Tag Team Champions colliding with the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We have Raw Tag Team Champions The Bar versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Usos. I'm looking forward to this match. You have The Bar, who's been a dominant tag team on Raw. They've been 3-time tag team champions for Raw anyways. And, they dethroned the New Day. The New Day's long-reigning tag team championship reign. So I could see and you have the New Day, who's not the New Day. You have the Usos, who've been dominant on SmackDown, and they've pretty much taken out every team. So I'm actually pretty excited for this match. I think this is going to be a really good match because you have the Bar, who's a really good team. I am a little bit disappointed they're doing this match instead of Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus the Usos, but obviously that changed because Ambrose and Rollins lost the belts to the Bar. I'm looking forward to this match overall. And I'm looking forward, and I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be a really good match. We saw a little bit of this match last year at Survivor Series when they were both the surviving teams in the traditional tag team Survivor Series match, and they had a really good match. But now that the Bar has become more developed as a tag team, I'm really looking forward to this match. I can't wait for it. Then we also have other matches that I think are going to get added on the show, too. It's probably going to be the Shield versus the New Day. That makes sense. You have Roman Reigns coming back this week. I think that's why they took the Raw Tag Team titles off of Ambrose and Rollins, because they needed a way to get Roman Reigns on the show, and they have nowhere else to put him, so I think they wanted to do the Shield versus the New Day, and I'm excited for that match, actually. I think the Shield versus the New Day is a pretty exciting matchup. You have both factions who've dominated the WWE when they were together. You had the Shield. Obviously, they took everybody out in the WWE, and all of them have been WWE champion. They've been stars for the company. And you have the New Day, like I said, who are the longest tag team champions of any kind in the WWE. So I'm excited for this match. I think this will be a really good match. So I'm excited for that. I'd rather see this match. As much as I would have loved to see Dean and Seth face the Usos, I want to actually really see the Shield versus the New Day match. I really want to see it. Other matches I could see getting added is I see some sort of pre-show match that means nothing getting added, maybe a cruiserweight match. Unless they want to put that 5-on-5 UK versus cruiserweight division on the pre-show, that'd be okay. I could see the Bludgeon Brothers debuting on the pre-show. But anyhow, let's get to the main matches. We have the 5-on-5 Women's Traditional Survivor Series match, where it's going to be Raw versus SmackDown. You have Raw's team captain Alicia Fox, who will be teaming up with Sasha Banks, Asuka, and Nia Jax, and also TBA. I also found out, I don't know who wins this match, but there's going to be a triple threat match on Raw where it's going to be Bayley versus Dana Brooke versus Mickie James, where the winner will join Team Raw. I could see either of them getting it. I see probably Bayley getting added, but I could see Mickie James getting added just because of the fact that she's been getting pushed lately. So I don't really care who wins that. If it's Bayley, cool. If it's Mickie James, cool. But Dana Brooke ain't winning. That'd be dumb. And then you have Team SmackDown's woman. It's going to be Carmella. Well, it's captained by Becky Lynch, and then it's going to be Carmella, Naomi, Tamina Snuka, and probably either Charlotte Flair or Natalya, because I expect whoever loses the SmackDown Women's title match to be inserted into this match. So, I think this match will be okay. I think this match actually will be good. You got some good talent. You got Naomi, who's really good, who's really athletic. You got Tamina, who's like the SmackDown monster, and it'll be kind of exciting to see Naomi and to see Nia Jax and Tamina go at it, because they're both like the monsters on SmackDown. It'll be kind of bad though. You have Carmella, who's okay, who I think is pretty solid. Becky Lynch, I can't wait. Pretty much, I can't wait to see Asuka go at it with Becky Lynch, and if Charlotte Flair's in the match, Charlotte Flair. If Natalya's in the match, then Natalya. I can't wait to see like Asuka go at it with pretty much everybody in this match, and even Naomi. I kind of want to see an Asuka Naomi match. But you got Sasha Banks on the other team, even though I haven't like enjoyed Sasha Banks the past few months because obviously with her attitude and stuff. But I'm looking forward to seeing Sasha Banks because she's really talented, and either Bailey or Mickie James go at it, so looking forward to seeing this. And I think I think the women's match looks pretty good. The men's match I think looks really good. You have Team Laws that's being captained by Kurt Angle going up against that Team Laws which is being represented with, so it's Team Laws, Kurt Angle, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Jason Jordan, which is an odd pick. Just because the Raw side is so star-studded, Jason Jordan's just an odd fit. And they're going to go up against Team SmackDown's being captained by Shane McMahon, going up also who being on his team, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, and we did find out the fifth member, and the fifth member is none other than 16-time world champion John Felix Anthony Cena, which I'm actually pretty excited about that. John Cena is going to be on Team SmackDown. Makes me kind of feel bad for Rusev because he fought so hard to get on that team, and John Cena just pretty much got handed the opportunity. SmackDown's really the land of opportunity, guys. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that match. We have a lot of people that I'm really looking forward to clashing. I'm looking forward to seeing Finn Balor and Bobby Roode go at it. I'm looking forward to seeing Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura go at it. Braun Strowman and John Cena, even though I've seen it before, but still looking forward to that. Samoa Joe and John Cena. Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura, even though they tore the house down. Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. Finn Balor and Nakamura go at it again. I'm looking forward to seeing Finn Balor and John Cena go at it. So I'm actually looking forward to watching a lot of people go at it in this match. Like I said, these are matches you don't get to see any other time of the year. So I'm looking forward to this match. And as for who wins, I don't really know who's going to win. Daniel Bryan's scheduled to come back on SmackDown this week, so I wonder if they're going to do something big there. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, then we have the main event match, which I don't know if this is going to main event or not. Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, going up against WWE Champion AJ Styles. Better than what they were going to do, having Jinder go up against Brock. I think this is much better, and I'm looking forward to this match. It's a dream match. I thought I'd never see. I never thought that I would see AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar ever. Mainly because AJ Styles was in TNA for so long, and when AJ Styles actually was coming into TNA, Brock Lesnar was a young gun in the WWE. And by the time AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar was gone from the WWE, we never thought he would come back. And then he came back in 2012. AJ Styles, though, was still doing his thing in TNA, left in 2014, did his thing in the Indies, came to WWE, and I just never thought it was going to happen. I kind of like, okay, that'd be a big match, but I don't think they're ever going to go there just because I don't think they think AJ Styles is in the same length as Brock Lesnar. And then the draft happened, and I never thought I would see it because AJ's on SmackDown, Brock's on Raw, and then when AJ Styles defeated Jinder Mahal for the WWE title, I'm like, yes, I want to see this match. Now, preferably, I'd rather see Nakamura versus Brock, but I think AJ versus Brock's going to be really good. I think this is going to be like a David versus Goliath match, and I think now this also depends on how this is booked, because AJ Styles, because it depends on how Brock's attitude is. So, but I'm looking forward to this, and overall, I gotta say, I'm kind of looking forward to Survivor Series. I think we have a lot of matches we don't really get to see that much. And I think it's just going to be a fun show to watch. Now, the problem I have with Survivor Series is I wish there was something on the line for each brand. Like, whichever brand wins the most matches gets to have gets to pick a guy to draft on their roster, something like that. Instead of just bragging rights, I think there needs to be something on the line. Like maybe the loser, the winner gets to run both shows for 1 week, something like that. So I kind of hope they add something on the line this week, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to Survivor Series. I also kind of hate the fact that John Cena was just thrown on Team SmackDown. I kind of wish he had to be someone he had to fight for, since he's a free agent. But they just went ahead and announced it. It just kind of something that WWE didn't really put a whole lot of thought behind. But overall, I'm really looking forward to Survivor Series. All right, so I want to get to the next topic I want to discuss, and that's everything that's gone on between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn this past week. So I read the articles, I watched a video about it and stuff, and from my understanding, I don't know if this is a work or not. I actually don't know. Just because I could see the WWE, and if it's not a work, I could see the WWE turning this into a work, since they're going to be back on SmackDown this week. I would like them to bring it up. But pretty much what happened was after SmackDown, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were sent home early from the England tour and were cut from it. And they had to change all the matches around. They put the new Day on Raw. They wrestled Raw triple threat matches with The Bar and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And they've also had like a triple threat match for the WWE title between AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Jinder Mahal, which sounds like a really good match, minus Jinder. So I'm not sure what's happening here. So I didn't really explain. So on SmackDown this week, AJ Styles was supposed to... No, sorry. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn... Well, they cut stuff off SmackDown. When Shane McMahon announced that Daniel Bryan was going to return, which I forgot to talk about in my SmackDown review, fans booed, and he's like, why are you guys booing this? It's like, oh, you guys thought you wanted him to be here this week. They cut that out, and the match, everything went according to plan, though. The match with, Sami Zayn and Kofi Kingston went according to plan. But from what I understand, after Kingston beat Sami Zayn, the New Day was supposed to beat down Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, building up to their match on SmackDown tonight. But they left. And I did say, like, it was kind of an awkward moment. Like, I didn't really know what happened. Well, we found out what happened. Pretty much they kind of went off script and just left. They didn't take the beating. So maybe the WWE isn't happy about that. I also heard stuff like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn aren't happy with the way certain people are being treated from the company. Within the company, like Neville, how Neville recently Neville just walked out of the WWE, and also that guy they fired that took a picture, I don't remember his name now off the top of my head, that took the picture, that was the head writer for WWE and was brought in, that took a picture with the Bullet Club when they invaded Raw. Wasn't really much of an invasion, but so I also heard that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just haven't been easy to work with from articles I read. So I don't know what happened. Like, I legit don't know what happened. I'm starting to think this is kind of a work, though, because I'm thinking about it, and I don't really see why Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would be unhappy. I can maybe see Sami Zayn, because they turned him heel, and they've done nothing with him lately. He's been kind of on the back burner. Kevin Owens, though, Kevin Owens, he's been used pretty well by the WWE. Now, I'm not going to say it's been perfect because it's been hot and cold, but recently he's been used very well. He just recently was in the main event match at Hell in a Cell with Shane McMahon. He was in the feud. He was in a feud with a McMahon. They don't just let anybody feud with a McMahon. They have to like really be invested in you, I think. I mean, recently Kevin Owens just beat down the chairman of WWE, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He beat the shit out of him. And I don't think Vince McMahon's going to take that type of beating for just anybody. He's got to be sold on you, regardless. So I could see this being a work. Because it actually would make sense because Shane McMahon is pissed at Sami Zayn because he double-crossed him at Hell in a Cell. So I could see this being a work, and the WWE wants us to think, maybe this is a shoot, but they'll turn it into a work. I don't know what happened. But I don't think, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, though, are unhappy with the WWE. Maybe Sami, I wouldn't argue with your Sami Zayn, but I think Kevin Owens is actually pretty happy with this spot. I mean, he's been utilized pretty well all year, I'd say. He was the Universal Champion. I'll admit, that squash by Goldberg didn't help, but he's been utilized pretty well this year, so I have to kind of like wait and see. But that's kind of my thoughts on that. I don't think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should really be mad about the way other people are being utilized. I think they should just kind of focus on them in a sense, because let Neville and the other guy, I forget his name, fight their own battles. So let them fight their own battles. So that's just what I think. All right, then. So that's my thoughts on the whole Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn situation. Speaking of Neville, I want to talk about him. Apparently, the WWE and Neville may be coming into terms, and Neville may be back by the end of the month. I heard rumors that there's an article that said that that they're in talks with each other. Neville really wasn't happy with his role in the company. I heard the whole Enzo Amore thing wasn't true, where he wasn't happy to lose to Enzo because they've been close since then. But if that's the case, if Neville does come back, I don't know if they would put him right back in the Cruiserweight division, because that doesn't really solve Neville. I think they should have him be fighting with like the mid-card and the heavyweight wrestlers. And I think that's what would happen. So if Neville comes back, that'd be awesome. Because I really want to see him back. That's just a talent that's too good to lose. And I think Neville would do really well outside the Cruiserweight division. And I would like to see him feud with, like, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. There's a lot of things you could do with Seth Rollins outside the Cruiserweight division. Neville doesn't need the Cruiserweight division anymore. Neville's done enough for the Cruiserweight division. He doesn't need to be in it. He's proven. I mean, if you just put Neville right back in the Cruiserweight division, it's just a recycle. And plus, that could add to Enzo's heel character, because he could talk about how how he's so good he got Neville out of the Cruiserweight division. So I think they should take Neville out of the Cruiserweight division. So if he was to come back, and I really hope he does come back. If he does leave, I hope it's not on bad terms, but we have to wait and see. I don't blame Neville for walking out the way he did. Just because I know he's been unhappy since the beginning of this year, but we have to wait and see on that one. Also, another thing is WWE with this Indian tour. So apparently, WWE has canceled part of the Indian tour. They were supposed to have like a 2-night thing, but they canceled one of the events, and they're only going to have one now, which kind of shows that the whole thing with Jinder didn't work at being champion, because if he was really that good of a champion, and it was really that popular in India, they would have had to cancel the first tour. That's just me. But what makes this whole thing even more pointless is Jinder Mahal is not even going to be champion going in to the Indian tour. He's not even going to be in the title match. Now he's fighting Triple H. Now that's bigger than the belt. Triple H. I mean, wrestling a guy like Triple H is bigger than wrestling for the belt, but I'm just saying it makes it pointless. Unless they put the belt right back on Jinder on like the SmackDown just before the Indian tour, then I could see that happening. Because AJ Styles, who will be the champion, isn't even going to be in the Indian tour. He's going to be working at the U.S. show, so that's just weird. But yeah, Triple H versus Jinder. Happy I'm not going to see that because I don't even want to see that at all. So, and who would be the face or heel? Because I saw Triple H's like challenge. You can't spin Triple H as a heel. Because I have a feeling what they're thinking is if they do Jinder versus AJ, I think a lot of people would root for AJ more than Jinder. So they probably want to have Jinder go in as a face, and Triple H would be the perfect heel for him to go against because a lot of people really don't like Triple H and stuff. So that's my thoughts there, and that's pretty much all the thoughts I have. I heard they have some returns coming up, like Hulk Hogan's possibly coming back on the 25th anniversary of Raw. Paige may be coming back this week. I'm not gonna be surprised if it doesn't happen at this point. I'm like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else I really want to say about wrestling. So thank you guys for watching, and talk to you later. Don't subscribe. If you want to subscribe, fine, but I don't even care if you do. So I legit don't give a fuck.